What's up, everyone? Welcome to our first episode of Comic Connect.
So you know how we have Coffee Connect? Well, this is Comic Connect, which is the comic book version, as you can see from this little Spider-Man here.
Yep.
And this Spider-Man over here too.
And our
the Avengers
shirt.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah.
for today's episode, we're gonna talk about Spider-Man.
Yeah, so like one of the coolest heroes who's like, it's one of the most influential and long time comic book character from Stan Lee.
Stanley himself as well. Talking about the new Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
So the first two Spider-Man games were amazing.
I swear.
In the first one, you got to defeat all the Sinister Six.
Which is so cool.
Miles Morales game, you got to beat the Underground.
Wait, so the Miles Morales one already came out?
Yeah.
Okay, because I played the first one and it was so cool.
It was
So
amazing.
the second one, and there's the third one too.
The
Yeah.
third one, the
Damn.
trailer just came out a few days ago, and the trailer was amazing.
There's Venom on there, it's really cool.
The first teaser trailer, we saw Venom in the like the shadows.
Yeah.
That was like a mind-blowing scene. And then in the second trailer, we found out that we can play as Venom.
Yeah.
So like Spider-Man will be able to get those symbiotes and use them to fight the bad guys. And then Miles, you know how Miles has his electricity
Right.
yellow in the Miles Morales game?
Sure, okay.
As he continues to grow, in the third game,
Okay.
his bioelectricity becomes
Blue?
blue. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
That's like mind-blowing as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of character progression. So the first game, like I really wanted to play it, but I don't have a console. I just have PC. You know, I just have a PC. You know, I love PC. But so I really wanted to play, and I couldn't play for the longest time because it just wasn't. And then it finally came on, and I was like, I didn't know how it would be because I've heard of the old Spider-Man games in like 1995 and like this thing. I didn't think it would be spectacular, but it was literally stood up to its name. It was amazing. Like the combat is so fluid and like just flow through the city. You really feel like you're just in his shoes, and
Exactly.
it's beautiful. So yeah,
I love the game as well.
Yeah.
So speaking of diversity in Spider-Man,
Mhm.
as Stanley once said, it doesn't matter whoever is under the Spider-Man mask. It can be of any color, of any nationality, anyone. It could be anyone. He just wanted the children to actually dream of them being Spider-Man,
Right.
them wearing the mask. So that was very, very influential to all of us teenagers when we were young, and to adults as well. So that's like mind-blowing about Stan Lee.
Like I think at the time, like when he made, I think this is in the 60s or 70s. I'm not quite sure when exactly, but like there was no like fully masked character from head down, like their entire body was not covered. Like normally, like you show a face, or like you have a certain character who you know, oh that's this character, you know, like Superman or like Batman. So Spider-Man like was one of the first ones where like they entirely covered him for a reason, like just to just for Stanley to like reach that biodiversity and just know that hey, it could be anyone. Like it's not only based on like a certain skin color or like a certain gender. Like Spider-Man. I mean, I know it says man, it's also Spider-Man, but like, you know, it can be anything. So that was really one of the coolest things of Spider-Man at the time.
Mentioning Spider-Woman, the new Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse movie
Yeah,
is coming out in June
I wanna see
22
that.
in cinemas.
It's like 10
It's
days away.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
So speaking of Across the Spider-Verse, when we see the trailer, you can, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Gwen Stacy go into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Where we see millions of Spider people.
Yeah.
The variants of Spider-Man, they all have different traits.
Yeah.
And the main character himself, Spider-Man 2099, which controls the Spider-Verse, it's amazing to see him actually like, you know, big guy, owning the Spider-Verse all around.
One thing I love is just that their outfits, like you have normal Spider-Man, but then Spider-Man 27, like, all blue with like his like with the red parts like just shine out. It's so cool. It's like there's a bunch of like really cool costumes. I'm in love with the Spider-Man Black Noir. I think that's such a cool thing. Like, this trebuchet and like his whole fit. That like so like I've always loved how like they have a lot of creativity with the costumes and the fact that there's Venom, there's Carnage, and there's Toxin. All these different symbiotes, like all the stuff. Like, it just lends to a cool, ever-changing character. Well, like something like Batman doesn't have as much scope. Even though Batman's my favorite comic book character, I love Batman because he's cool. Like, you know, he's a normal everyday guy who just became amazing and like got these superpowers because of just his time and effort and the amount of billions of money he has.
So Batman doesn't actually have superpowers. So Batman is actually a mega multi-millionaire. He's just rich and can
That's us
make-
one day. Yeah.
us, hopefully. He's just rich and can do anything with money.
That's what I like. I really admire about Batman's character. Like everyone in the Justice League, everyone has some sort of power, and he's the only one there who is like who's made it up there. And he's one of the most powerful and like one of the most influential figures in the Justice League. But at the same time, Spider-Man just captures the heart of like every single dude. I got the shirt like for a reason, because it's he's your friendly neighbor Spider-Man. He's a figure that you can like look up to.
Exactly.
He's relatable, I guess. Yeah.
Especially about his age. In the first Spider-Man, like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, when the people saw him in the train, they're like, he's just a kid.
Mm-hmm.
They were mind blown.
Yeah.
They were expecting for Spider-Man to be a grown adult, but instead they found a kid. So like, it's really, really nice to find like someone your age who is Spider-Man.
Exactly. And I like the fact that like so far in like every iteration of the Spider-Man series, he's become younger, because like Tobey was maybe I think he was mid-30s or like late 20s. Then Andrew Garfield was also pretty like not young, but he was maybe 27ish.
27-ish.
But the latest one with
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland's like young, like that's a good portrayal.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is like how Aunt May's also gotten younger. Like she used to be really old in the first
Old.
one, you remember? Yeah, I'm like, yeah,
really
where's the grandmom? Like, you know?
Exactly. How is she an aunt?
Yeah, exactly. But really fun stuff. And one of the things that like when I was young, I used to watch the animated series. It's called Spider-Man: The Animated Series from the 90s. That had a bunch of again like different types of costumes, and just to relate costumes back to the first game, and even the newer games like. Every single iteration of the new Spider-Man games or Spider-Man games like works together.
Doesn't work.
All the Spider-Man, yeah. So in the first game, like the option to change your character skin, such a cool thing, like because you could try out any different costume. Do you remember a few of them? Because I have a few of my favorites. I want to know yours.
So some of my favorite Spider-Man costumes were Andrew Garfield's
Yes,
Spider-Man,
yes,
the
yes.
Amazing
Classic,
Spider-Man.
yeah.
It was amazing. The Iron Spider.
Iron Spider,
Hashtag
literally,
this one. So what comes with the suits is also their powers.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Like you unlock new powers.
So like with the Iron Spider, you can get out the arms.
Yeah.
That was like a special thing that came from all the way from Infinity War.
Right.
That's like mind blowing, you know.
Yeah.
Some of the ones I remember were Ghost Spider-Man, like the flaming head one.
Oh yeah.
The skull.
Where he was like the guy from the comics. What's his name? Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider, yeah.
Ghost Rider. So like combo of the both. That was really cool.
really nice.
That was nice.
It's like Spider-Man got the Ghost Rider effect, you know.
I don't remember them by names, but I remember there was one with like a duotone, like a black and white theme, which looked like it was very sleek. I think it was the one based off Negative Man. Like I think.
Oh, Mr. Negative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Negative. Sorry, that was a really cool skin, and just the classic, like as you said, the Spider-Man 2. I mean, of the Andrew Garfield with the kind of almost yellowy kind of eye sockets. Like that was a really well made suit. And then there was also one more like kind of like a jokey kind of one, which like looked like a comic book strip. Like so, his whole thing just looks like something from like the Borderlands. Like this famous game called the Borderlands, which also has that kind of pop-ish kind of color theme, and like just the juxtaposition of his costume and the background being realistic, and then him looking like a literal comic book character was
It was really nice.
So that's a few of the things that I guess we liked about that. And what are your thoughts on the new game, like and the trailer?
The trailer of the new game is actually, I'm so excited to actually play the game.
Yeah.
The trailer just shows a little bit. That's like you don't know what actually happens in
True.
the game. You don't know who you fight.
Yeah.
You just see Venom, Spider-Man having Venom's powers, and I think it's gonna be 2 players.
And the lizard, really? Oh, I
Because like
love
you have
that.
Spider-Man,
and you have
Peter Parker, and Miles Morales.
Miles Morales. Yeah,
If they actually add a 2-player thing, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
To
Because
start with
switching from one to another is cool, but then having like playing it co-op, oh, that'd be so fun. I'd play that for hours.
That
with
would be
friends.
amazing.
That'd be fun.
Like my little brother, always comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, can I play with Spider-Man, please? I want to play Spider-Man." I'm like, "I can't do anything. You want to play? You can play alone." He's like, "I want to play 2 players. I want you to become Miles Morales. I want myself to become Peter Parker."
Do you give him like a fake controller and then make him think he's playing a game?
I actually give him the controller and
Oh,
play
that's
for as
so
long as he wants.
That's so cute. Okay.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
gotta treat your brothers how you want.
True,
Yeah,
true.
it's really important.
So Spider-Man, just the fact that he just brings people on together, I think that's like one of the main essences of comic books. Like, it's meant to be something inspirational, like just to catch the audience and give them something to like look up to. And I think comics, like the golden age of comics, like in the 30s, like it came out at a time after the Great Depression. Like it just gave people something to look forward to and just be upheld and just be happy like that. Oh, like I can look forward to something other than just my normal everyday life. So it's just gone crazy. Like, you know what? Like I'm fascinated by the history and like the golden age, like the silver age and the modern age of comics. There's a bunch of stuff there. So I think that's something that we can explore in like the next few episodes. And like, I'd love to like hear
Hopefully,
your opinion. Yeah.
So much more in the coming episodes.
Yeah.
It was amazing to talk about this.
Likewise, yeah. Like I have so much to like learn from this. Like he's a comic book buff. Like I used to read a few comics here and there, and like I used to watch a few shows. But like yeah, like he's crazy. And like he's been to Comic Con. Like he's met so many of these famous guys. So like I'm looking forward to hanging out around him. So I could probably meet like Chris Hemsworth because he's met Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, I've met Chris
How cool is
Hemsworth,
that?
Charlie Cox, Daredevil, and Stephen Amell from Green Arrow.
I was just gonna put all those photos up there for you to see him just flexing. So yeah, that was our episode. I think that was a very nice, like, just introductory thing about Spider-Man, like one of the coolest comic book characters who I love a lot. And yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next
Episode. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care.